Motor City Street Dance Academy is a dance school in Southwest Detroit that teaches breaking, jitting, graffiti, and comic books. They work to inspire boys and girls that are disenfranchised in the city of Detroit, and they promote physical activity and a healthy lifestyle. They're a safe place for self-expression, and according to their vision statement, they exist to give back to the community by revitalizing the city through hip-hop and breaking.
In the summer.
Okay.
That's normally when all of the kids are here. I mean, like, they're usually here like after, like, for the after school program too.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part here is usually in the summer, from like early in the mornings, probably sometimes late at night, just teaching kids. Sometimes practicing with the kids and just helping around like different other classes too, like the art room. We're now pretty much helping graffiti, filming, recording, editing, stuff like that. Breaking benefited me a lot, and it's still benefiting me too, because at the point, like, and as cliche as it sounds, I'm literally I'm opening doors and building bridges in ways I really didn't think I was going to be able to do through breaking. Like, at first, like, I just looked at it with this big stereotype, like, oh, they're breakdancing and like, they have this hip hop attire, they have this whole hip hop background and stuff. And it took me a minute to realize that the hip hop world and like the actual like business aspect of it, they're not too far apart from each other. And I say that, like, there's like b-boys who are doctors and like b-boys who can be like lawyers and game designers and stuff like that. Like, people, like, things that people would think is a regular job, like, you look into it and realize, yo, this guy knows how to like get down. Like, it's dope.
What's your favorite aspect about breaking? Is it battling? Is it ciphering?
I want to say networking, because
Okay.
I love talking. I love like meeting new people.
Okay.
And I don't really mind going through battles and ciphers to kind of be like either me walking up to them or them coming to me, like, yo, who are you, where you come from, da-da-da, because I mean, that might end up being like a really close friend of mine in the long run, or a really like useful person as far as like what I want to do, as far as like career-wise. They could be able to be a big help. So
Mav1 is a breaker from Southwest Detroit, and he's the owner and founder of Motor City Street Dance Academy. I talked to him about his goals and vision for the academy.
That time between like after school and like 6 o'clock, between parents getting home, not getting home, and that's when the most stuff happens. That's when our after school programming is. That's when we're doing most of our work, hanging out, spending time, mentoring the kids. So without this, that's more options for them to get into something they shouldn't be getting into. So we're giving them that option to actually do something more productive with their time, something more positive with their time. We're a street dance academy, so we do more than just breaking. So you're doing house, we're doing popping, we're doing jitting, that being a Detroit dance, native Detroit dance, any other street dance styles and everything, hence the street dance in the academy. Our focus is the same way, I guess, any other dance school or anything kind of promotes the different dances. Like, if you go to like any of the like traditional dance schools, they have tons of like ballet classes. There's like ballet 1, ballet 2, advanced, things like that. That's what we do here. Same thing. So like a lot of the kids that I get around from the neighborhood that get into it, the ones that just do it just because it's something to do after school, by all means, they're here, we teach them. And we have like the advanced classes, and then we have like days where we work on nothing but power moves with the kids, days where we work on footwork, the same way those other institutions kind of run. We model that, but with the focus on hip-hop. All City is, if you know anything about, like, I grew up very much around the hip-hop culture, understanding it. So in All City is a graffiti term, and it's when somebody went All City, they went everywhere painting. So they have, whether they were in Queens, Manhattan, the Bronx, all over, they were All City. They knew who they were, All City. That's what I want for this, is for it to be All City, so that way there's crews in Detroit, All City. So there's crews on the east side, there's crews on the north end, there's crews in Cass Corridor, there's crews on the west side, there's there's crews in Southwest, there's crews downriver.
What do you think is the most important life lesson that hip-hop can teach your students, that you can teach them?
I think with just everything in the climate that the world is in right now is empathy. You walk in a cipher, you walk in a circle, and there's it doesn't matter nationality, creed, sexual orientation, what you believe in, who you don't believe in, who you are, how you were raised, where you were raised. It's like everybody's kind of just in that cipher equal. Everybody shares that dialogue, that communication of the dance, and is equals. Doesn't matter. OG, been breaking, 30-year OG, 3-month person who's been in the dance 3 months. There's no, you can't get in this. Everybody is welcome. It's that whole, all-inclusiveness. So I think empathy, just understanding that between everybody, especially right now, I feel like it's like the buffer for all of that, everything. So.